This next song is called My Rock, and I'm going to give a short little testimony here. A few years back, I always lived my life kind of on the edge. Well, really, over the edge. Wrecked many cars, did a lot of drugs and alcohol, got in a lot of trouble. Always believed in a God, though, just never really respected it. And I got married, had kids, and I tried to live the Christian life as a father should, at least as I thought he should. You know, you pray before dinner, you go to church on Sunday, you try to keep a moral household, but then when I went out and played in the secular world with my bands, I was living a totally different life. And 2009, Easter 2009, something seriously went down in my household, which had nothing to really do with me. It wasn't anything I could even control, but it devastated my household. And as a man who thought he had things in order, I found out real quick I had no control over it all. And I was angry. I was scared, and I was hurt. And I didn't know what to do. I just tried to figure it out, but I tried to be there for my children. My wife happened not to be in the picture at the time, and so Easter Sunday, I remember leaving a location and going to a 7-Eleven local and kind of just wanted to get a six-pack, get drunk, do whatever I could to forget about what I was dealing with. My phone rang about 10 o'clock at night. Happened to be my pastor. And he made a statement to me. He was asking how I was doing, and I pretty much told him, I said, I'm angry, I'm scared, I'm upset. Why would God do this to me? And just kind of doing the whining thing. And it really is, when you look at it, it's like a child whining to their parent. So I felt sorry for myself, and he told me, he said, you know what, you're allowed to be angry at God. And that's the first time I ever heard that. You're allowed to be angry at God. Really? I looked at God as an almighty figure. And he said, you're allowed to be angry at him. He has big shoulders. Tell him how you feel. Little did I know that when I told him I was going to tell him how I felt. Little did I know that was where my life changed. I sat down on the couch, put my kids to bed, sat down on the couch, grabbed them both my beers, put them next to me, and I just had a half-an-hour conversation with God. Angry, upset, scared. Some of my feelings pretty much on the floor. And this is the aha moment that some Christians actually talk about. I never experienced it back at 13 when I took my baptismal and said John 3:16. I understood what it meant, but I never had that aha moment. This was it. It was a supernatural feeling that took over, of warmth, peace, comfort, and strength, all in one big ball. And I dropped to my knees, and I surrendered my life to Jesus Christ. I did that because I knew I had no control over it at this point. And as soon as I did that, the Bible became real. I opened it up and things pierced my heart. Scripture came out and just impacted me. And I never was able to read the scripture and really be interested. Now it was like it was picked out just for me. Because I was willing to accept it. And that's the biggest thing. We have to be willing to accept the gift. It's free. Jesus is not going to make us come to him. But he's going to open his doors. He's going to wait for us to come to him. So when we're willing, he'll change your life. Well, throughout those years, I found that, that devastating thing that happened in my life wasn't over that night. It continued on for a few years after that. But I sat down and wrote a song called My Rock. Because the only thing that was able to get me through life was my Jesus. He was my strength. He was my fortress. So this is that song. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Where are you as the tide has come? Where have you been? And what have you seen? Where am I as I walk in the sand? 2 steps of prints, no longer hand in hand. You're my right, you're my fortress. more today for you guys. And we're so thankful to be here. Thank you again to Pastor Len and Angie, his wife, and Motorcycles for Jesus for being